Hi there, it's Sue at Miller's Laboratory. Thanks for joining me today for this flip through. I have a lovely book to share with you. The theme of the book is the Golden Prairie. I've used this old school book, Kansas 4th Reader. I've stitched in 2 signatures with a cross stitch pattern, and then I added some old lace and some fabric here and some little buttons to embellish it. Let's take a look. All the images in this book are from the Graphics Fairy. Either the free site or most of them are from the premium membership site. And I am a member of their design team, I'm very proud to say. And so I am receiving a free year's membership in exchange for making these journals and sharing them with you. This journal is for sale in my Etsy shop too, so you can find the link to that below. Let's take a look. Inside, I've used the original title page and added a book plate for you to write your name. There's a pressed flower here sandwiched between 2 pieces of wax paper. This is called Yellow Rocket. It grows all over the place by me, and you'll see these throughout the book. Starting us off here with this lovely quote from Laura Ingalls Wilder. And this kind of sets the tone for our color scheme in the book. Pretty collage here with some stamps. This is an image from the bundle Prairie Style, which is what inspired me to create this journal. And I took that image and made a whole grid of it on my computer and printed them out, perforated them, and then I could tear off the amount that I wanted and use them throughout the book. Here I've aged this page by running it through my printer and using one of their images of an old piece of paper, which is very useful. And I've searched out yellow birds, yellow butterflies, yellow flowers, bees. You're going to see those throughout the book. The Graphics Fairy Premium membership site has a billion beautiful images to use. If you've ever considered purchasing a membership, I highly recommend it. I used a lot of old antique book pages from my collection. I find them to be so charming and pretty. And you're going to see this kind of thing throughout the book. This is the first thing I made for this. It's a paper quilt backed onto brown packing paper, punched out these images of different calico looking images and inked around them and tied them on here. Here I have a little flip out, a little pocket, pretty postcard here that I've just hinged on some plain paper so that you can use it to journal. Another little tuck spot here with a pretty tag. And I've used a few Edith Holden pages in here because they really suited. A little pocket page here, the little envelope in the top one. I've tucked a couple of little photos in here that I think are so cute of ladies. And then I've got a couple of like rewards of merit from school for students that I've backed and we're using as journal cards. A little bit of vintage quilt fabric on the top there as a tab. Here I've created this lovely pop-up, and there's a secondary pop-up inside with the bee. I like to add surprises in my books. Here's another pressed flower, which is called Cat's Ear, another weed, same thing with the wax paper, and it's stitched in on these 2 sides. Made a really plain kind of tag to put in there because it's kind of transparent. I just want to say here that I created this really cool sticky tape that looks like old tape by printing another one of the images from their old paper images from one of their bundles. It makes it look like old Scotch tape on there. This is a lovely journal page. This is called a printable. They have lots of things available in the bundles that you can just print out and use. And this is the Prairie Style bundle that I got a lot of my stuff from. There's that little bird, but you can see they used that and the thistle and some other things and created this really pretty collage journal page that I could just print out and use as is. Balance. Another little cluster here, which is also a tuck spot for a journal card. And this really beautiful late 1800s math book, which I just love. Here I've got a little spread of pockets These are from a printable from another bundle called A Trip to the Orchard. This was also meant to be a journal page. I really liked the swirly pattern and the background color, so I printed 2 of these out and put them back to back, covered up the fruit image with the flower, and then added the butterflies and added some Laura Ingalls Wilder quotes. Inside here we have a little paper bag which can be written on for journaling. And then inside, this is a flashcard I printed out and spray painted over wheat. Did a little weaving at the bottom with some more of that calico looking paper. And then this is just a pretty, this was a greeting card printable that I used. And then this was one label that I split and put at the top and bottom. In the other pocket here we have a couple of tall tags. These are from another printable for bookmarks from a bundle called Pumpkin Spice Scallop Bookmarks. I used this and this. You can see I just collaged some more other papers on there, and I cut out the little window, put some tracing paper, and then added those little images from a book that I have. Just a pretty page there. Here I've made a pocket with a frame, and inside I'm tucked this image of the wedding picture. It's actually an envelope. Got a couple little goodies in here, an old vintage check from my collection. I guess it's probably antique. And then an image that I printed from a bundle that they have that's like genealogy images. And it's like a family record where you can keep track of people born and passing and all of that sort of stuff. You could journal on the back, or you could add your own little secret treasures in there. Here's the other half of that page with the same pocket and tag inside. Similar, I guess, not exactly the same. And here's another just pretty background page with another of those pressed flowers. This is a lovely image of a book cover and this beautiful yellow flower image. This is probably my favorite one in the book. Printed onto some typing paper, so it has a little transparency to it. A pretty bee. And then this part of the page is great for journaling. On the other side is the other half of that quilt. I've used it as a little tuck spot or pocket. This is a page from an old sketchbook that I found at a sale, and just put another image on there of a flower and created a journal card with that. This is from a really old German primer book. Another little tuck spot with this beautiful sky image. Little tag. Another bee here. This opens up and it just has some little pages, coffee dyed legal paper. Here I've just printed out an image of some grains and used it as a long tab on this page to give it a little bit of strength. Some more collage here. Here I used a butterfly specimen page, and before I glued it down, I took an X-Acto knife and carefully cut out these little butterflies like they escaped from the page and flew over here and landed. So I thought that was kind of a cute effect. A map of Kansas here from that bundle. Just a little tuck spot here made with a piece from an old antique photo scrapbook album or photo album. Just some collage there. This is from an old children's religious book. This is what inspired me to put the Laura Ingalls Wilder quotes in. I randomly found this little printable in another bundle called A Country Lane. It's also meant to be a folded greeting card, so you would just fold it here and then fold it and you'd have a pretty card, but I just chose to use it as a page here. Sheet music cover, just a little pretty cluster for decoration. I love, love, love this page. It's really appropriate from an old geography book, late 1800s. Another one of those little pressed flowers and a page from a hymnal. Another quilt pocket here with this beautiful journal card. This beautiful lady from the Prairie Style bundle again. And this lovely image, I think it could be the prairie bird, in a really old ledger page, late 1800s. There's another little vintage postcard that I did the same thing with, just hinged on some paper so that you could use it for journaling. but still keep the postcard intact. Another one of those printable journal pages from the Prairie Style bundle. So pretty. This is a photo that I took at a sunflower farm. When I printed it out, it was very vibrant, so I ran it through the printer again and printed a letter over the top of it. So it gave me that aged kind of background and also the script, which I thought was really pretty. This is a book called The Prairie from James Fenimore Cooper. Here I've tried to recreate the vision of grass blowing in the wind, the waves that you get. So these are all individual little pieces of paper that are hinged on here with a piece of tissue paper. And I think it's really kind of fun to play with it. I don't know how effective it is, but that's what I was trying to recreate here. And just another one of my sunflower photos with the same treatment. Here I've used strips of those stamps that I made to create 3 belly bands. I'm just going to take one of these out, but what this is another of my photos from that sunflower farm that I printed onto acetate. I'm holding it at an angle to try to avoid the reflections, but you can see an image underneath there. So I cut these out and use spray adhesive to glue them down onto some collage page printables from another bundle. They have so many beautiful pages like that that you can use for different things, and I just like how complex that looks, but it was actually really easy to do. Here's another postcard, a really pretty one with them gathering hay into a wagon. Same thing here. Some pretty things all the way around. A little pull-out page that I printed onto some old scrapbook manila type paper, and on the back I printed this image of the inside of a book page which has the owner's name on it, which I thought made that look really authentic. Another Edith Holden page. Here's another frame made into a pocket. This lovely image of a lady with a book. Added the bird on the top with the grains. Another long tab here with another of those images. And the last quilt piece that I've used in the book is a belly band here. Another journal card tucked inside from that same sketchbook. I just added the little bees up there and the sunflower on the side. A cluster here that is also functioning as a tuck. Another reward of merit. Here's a pull-out with another pop-up, a couple of butterflies, because you know I do love my pop-ups. And a little tuck spot here with just kind of a layered journal card. Some pretty different things I printed out and layered onto coffee-dyed brown construction paper. Here's another reward of merit. This pulls out, but it's also functioning as a pocket here with this tiny little tag inside. And this pretty schoolhouse image. Some blank page here to write. Little blanket label there. Edith Holden page here. And then the last page I've created a top tuck and put another postcard in there for journaling. Just added a little bit of collage with some different images that I found on the site. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Tune in a couple months for more graphics fairy design team projects.